Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping straight into the highly lucrative, rapidly evolving digital product landscape of 2026. Look, if you're exploring online business models right now, you probably already know that planners are one of the most profitable, beginner-friendly niches out there. But naturally, that brings up a massive debate in the creator community. And that brings us to the ultimate question we are answering today. Which planner format actually sells better online? We're going to frame this dilemma, figuring out what exactly you should be selling as an exciting head-to-head matchup. It's printable planners versus digital planners, and we are going to look at the cold, hard data to see which one really comes out on top. Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our tale of the tape for today. First, we're defining the contenders. Then we'll look at market demand and psychology, followed by profitability and pricing realities. After that, we'll cover competition and seasonal trends. And we'll wrap it all up with the final verdict. All right, round one, defining the contenders. First step in the ring, we've got the printable planner. Basically, these are straightforward PDF files. A customer buys them, downloads them instantly, and then prints them out, either at home or at a local print shop. They brilliantly replicate that traditional tactile paper experience. But here's the kicker for you as a seller. You don't have to deal with physical inventory or shipping costs. It is purely a seamless digital file transfer. And in the other corner, we have the digital planner. Now, these are interactive files specifically built from the ground up for tablets, smartphones, and computers. So unlike a static printout, these are actively used inside apps like GoodNotes or Notability. They feature hyperlinked tabs so you can jump around instantly. They work perfectly with tools like the Apple Pencil, and they offer a highly flexible, all-in-one productivity system. And this brilliantly illustrates the real contrast here. It really comes down to the tactile, grounding nature of paper versus the premium, reusable flexibility of modern tech. You've got a static PDF that turns into a physical object, pitted directly against an interactive, device-based file that can be infinitely customized and reused over and over. Moving right along to round two, market demand and psychology. $200 billion. Let that sink in for a second. That is the current value of the global stationery market right now, and it's actually experiencing a steady 4 to 5% annual growth. I really want to anchor our narrative in this undeniable fact because despite all our cutting-edge apps and software, the demand for physical style planning is absolutely massive, and it just keeps growing. But you have to ask, why? Well, it comes down to the underlying psychology of paper planning. Studies continually show that writing things down physically actually improves your focus and clarity. It enhances memory retention, and it literally increases the likelihood that you'll complete a task. Ironically, people are using their screens to buy these digital files online specifically so they can print them out and disconnect from those very screens. That deep psychological need is exactly why printable planners continue to drive massive, reliable sales. However, we absolutely cannot ignore the digital shift happening all around us. 70% of people now rely on their mobile or desktop calendars for their everyday scheduling and organization. This widespread adoption of screen-based scheduling sets up an incredible opportunity for interactive digital planners. They capture those users who want something significantly more robust than just a basic calendar app. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is exactly who is driving this skyrocketing digital demand. It's a highly targeted, highly motivated audience. We're talking about tablet users who want seamless workflow integration on their iPads. It's productivity enthusiasts who desperately need highly structured, all-in-one tracking tools. And of course, it's eco-conscious buyers who want to organize their lives while completely avoiding paper waste. Let's step into round three, profitability and pricing realities. When we put these two side by side, it's fascinating. Printable planners have a much lower barrier to entry. They are incredibly beginner-friendly and super quick to launch. But because they're so easy to make, they face heavier competition and a lot more pricing pressure. Digital planners, on the other hand, require a much steeper learning curve to actually create. But the trade-off? They command premium pricing and scale much, much higher. And that leads us to this incredible reality. Digital planners are often achieving profit margins of 80% or higher. Because they function almost like interactive software systems, they carry an incredibly high perceived value for the buyer. Plus, you have near zero marginal costs. You create this complex file once, and you can sell that exact same bundle infinitely. All right, let's shift gears into round four, competition and seasonal trends. Look, we have to be honest about marketplaces like Etsy. General planner categories are highly saturated. If you go in there and just make a basic, generic printable planner, you are going to face severe pricing pressure. The real secret here is that strong branding and niching down matter far more than the format you end up choosing. You absolutely have to solve a specific problem for a specific audience if you want to stand out. Let's move to and see how this builds throughout the year. Planners follow very predictable seasonal trends. You get these massive, predictable spikes in December and January for the new year, and then another big spike mid-year for back to school. But here's the thing. The most successful creators, they build for year-round evergreen niches, things like fitness tracking, content creation, or wedding planning. That way, they literally never have a slow season. And here we are, round 5, the final verdict. So, the crucial point is this. There isn't a single, simple winner here. Digital planners earn more per sale and scale effortlessly because of their premium, tech-forward nature. But printable planners attract a much wider, broader audience and are vastly easier for a beginner to just sit down and start creating today. So, the best choice? It depends entirely on your specific goals as a business owner. So how do you actually decide? Just walk through these 3 steps. Step 1. Look at your target audience. Are they tech-savvy iPad users, or are they paper lovers craving focus? Step 2. Look at your own skills. Are you better at interactive UX design, or do you prefer clean, simple print formatting? And step 3, look at your business model. Do you want a high-ticket, scalable brand, or are you aiming for volume-based sales across a bunch of different niches? But wait, there's actually an ultimate secret weapon here, the hybrid strategy. The most successful top-tier creators out there don't even choose at all. They offer both printable and digital versions of the exact same planner. This allows you to serve multiple customer preferences at once, effectively maximizing the revenue you can pull from a single great design concept. If there is one core philosophy to take away from this explainer today, it is this. Format alone won't determine your success, your niche will. Whether you choose digital, printable, or both, solving a real, tangible problem for a specific group of people is the true key to generating major sales in 2026. I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Seriously, stop overthinking the format. The market is absolutely huge for both of them. So instead of endlessly debating PDFs versus apps, ask yourself right now, what specific problem will your planner solve today? Find that answer, get creating, and start building your business. Keep learning, keep focusing, and we will see you in the next explainer.